So here's some follow-up study that I've been doing on after we had our wonderful 3-card spread here, and I really got intrigued. Priestess card. Now this is the second card in the Major Arcana, and it took a lot of research to figure this out. There's some serious symbolism here. Easier seen on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and now I'm going to go over this for you because it's fascinating. And I think such an important card in your current energy in this reading. We can learn a lot here. So the first thing that struck me was that she's sitting between two pillars. One of them has a B on it, standing for Boaz. And if we look at that, that's on her right. That represents strength, stability, and the passive or feminine principle. It's often associated with the physical world, the material, the earthly realm. So in the context of the High Priestess, that pillar symbolizes the outer visible world and the conscious mind, okay? Now the pillar with the J on it, the pillar on her left stands for Joaquin. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I should have looked that up, actually. I did a lot of research on this in my books, but I forgot to research how to pronounce that. So that J represents Joaquin, represents the establishment, wisdom, and the active or masculine principle, also associated with the spiritual world, the divine, and the unseen realm. So in the context of the High Priestess, that pillar symbolizes the inner hidden world and the subconscious mind. So if you think of it deeper than that, together they represent duality and balance. Boaz and Joaquin are often seen as opposites, but they complement one another, such as the masculine and feminine, light and dark, conscious and unconscious, or physical and spiritual. So the High Priestess, sitting between those two pillars, acts as a mediator or a gateway between those dualities, suggesting the need for intuition, inner wisdom, and trusting yourself to navigate the mysteries of life. Now, those pillars are also, that imagery is seen in the Tree of Life in the Kabbalistic tradition. That's where my research took me, where they represent the pillars of mercy, Joaquin, and severity, Boaz. So to sum that up, the B and J on those pillars symbolize a balance of opposites and High Priestess's role as the guardian of hidden knowledge and intuition. Now, I'm always on about the intuition. Your intuition never lies. You can trust yourself. So they invite you to explore the interplay between the seen and the unseen, the material and the spiritual, and to trust your inner wisdom. Those are very deep meanings, very important things to... I'm really glad I did more research on that card. So now let's go a little bit deeper. It's a little bit hard to see here, and you can't see it at all on the other card, but there's a cross on the front of her gown. Okay, that's another profound symbol in the Rider-Waite Tarot, and it carries significant esoteric and spiritual meanings. I hope it shows up on the camera. It's called a solar cross, or the equal armed cross, and it's often referred to as a Greek cross. In my research, it's a symbol of balance, harmony, and the union of opposites, which is perfect to have it on that card. That's what it represents. In the context of the High Priestess, it's basically symbolizing balance and duality. Balance between the material and the spiritual world, echoing the duality represented by the pillars that we've already talked about that are behind her. So it reflects the high priestess's role as a mediator between opposites, between conscious and unconscious, light and dark, masculine and feminine. The cross is a universal symbol of spirituality and divine connection. On the high priestess's gown, it signifies her deep connection to higher wisdom and the mysteries of the universe, okay? It suggests she holds the keys to spiritual enlightenment and the hidden truths of existence. The four elements of the cross, the four arms, represent the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And that symbolizes the totality of creation and the interconnectedness of all things. So that ties right into the high priestess's role as a guardian of universal knowledge and the subconscious mind. And here it is showing up in your present energy in that reading, which I'll link to. This ties into the high priestess's role as a guardian of universal knowledge and the subconscious mind, which is encompassing all aspects of existence. I also found that in some interpretations, that cross represents the intersection of the horizontal, earthly and temporal, and the vertical representing divine or eternal plane. So she sits in a position as a bridge between the physical and spiritual realm, okay? Pretty fascinating card. I'm really happy that I went into this specific card. It intrigued me. So to sum it up for you, the cross on the high priestess's gown is a powerful symbol of balance, spiritual wisdom, and the unity of opposites. It underscores her role as a guide to the mysteries of the subconscious and the divine. And, I'm going to encourage you to seek deeper understanding and trust your intuition. You just trust your intuition. When this card appears in a reading, it often is going to call you, especially in the present energy, to look beyond the surface and explore hidden truths within yourself and the world around you.